On the right with, bring it out. You got something to record with and record on, break it out right now. You're going to definitely want to take some notes. Please make a lot of noise and let's give it up for Light Shiners. You good? Do I need to stall some more? Yeah, I'm going to stall just a little bit more.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, by the way, Poets, Purple Band is at your disposal. They here to play, so.
You want them to get to work on Light Shiners?
Well, we'll find out. But in the meantime, we're going to welcome back to the stage Light Shiners.
Yeah!
Peace, peace.
Peace.
You know, every time I get up here, I like to share with you some of my experiences. You know, I did a set, and a young fella came up and said, "Light, you gotta be the devil spitting all that truth." I didn't know how to answer him. What can I say to this young fella, you know? I say, if you have truth, don't spit it. But I do have a suggestion. Study the saliva glands. You know, we produce about 20 liters of that every day. It's very important. If you study that, maybe you can share with the audience something to be helpful. I just try to share something helpful. I may ruffle your feathers or whatever, but I'm going to share something I think would be thought-provoking. You know, like I said, and I like this, I said, Jesus never heard of Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John.
Wow.
There were people that wrote about Jesus. Now that in itself, you know, you come all dogmatic. Oh, Jesus said this. Look, if many people wrote about Jesus, and I take issue with a whole lot of stuff said about Jesus. You know, and I love the messengers of God. They were righteous men. You know, so, okay, so much for that. You know, but really, you know, I'm going to share something with you. This is a new piece.
New piece?
New piece. And it goes like this. $14.26. Midday. Love is like an orgasm of the past that comes too late.
Every time.
14:26 midday. The little angels stop moving as bullets pierce their blood-soaked wings in Angel Land Daycare Center on Linwood this morning, midday. Like a staccato of exploding flesh, red blood-filled balloons spattered on the walls. Pow, pow, pow! A scream opera of terror. Little children crying and running in every direction, calling for their mothers. 14:26 midday. He came shooting randomly, killing everyone in sight. Shooting the children like floating ducks at a carnival, with hatred in his eyes. He hated his own father and mother. He hated his wife. He hated these children. He hated his brothers and sisters, yes, even hated his own self. He was truly a disciple of hatred. A Channel 2 reporter asked the bystander, "What happened?" And he said, "Some nut comes up in here and starts shooting our babies for no reason." this is worse than Iraq and Afghanistan. But the shooter gets all the attention on Channel 2 as he waves and smiles to his crew. This happens even before the families could make arrangements to bury their children. At the funeral, at the homecoming, with all the families mourning, the pianist singing and playing for maximum sorrow, my eyes have seen the sparrow. As the officiating minister concludes the eulogy by quoting the words of Jesus from the book of Luke 14:26, which reads, "If anyone comes to me and does not hate father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even your own life, he cannot be my disciple." At this time, the minister says with Baptist conviction, the doors of the church are now open. That's that piece. You know,
Nice.
and I got this because I did a piece right here. And you know, I'm all over the city, and I know who's who in the audience. And a bunch of church folks in here.
Amen.
Amen. And I quoted 14:26, which reads just what I just read. And you mean to tell me I have to hate my mother, my father, my brothers, and my sisters, even my own self, to follow Jesus? I don't think Jesus said that. And you can read it for your damn self. And you look at me like I'm crazy or something. Got all these computers in your hand, your phone. Google it. Luke 14:26. Looking crazy, and then you wonder why all these folks acting crazy. You gotta think. You don't use what God gave you. Use that mind. Okay, so much for that. But you know, you tell them something to verify it yourself. Make a liar out of me. You mean Jesus said, I gotta hate mama? I gotta hate, oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's enough.
That's doing enough.
Boy, that's enough to work with. Okay, so much for that. See, Reverend Hallmark won't talk to you because he'll lose his job. You'll kick him out if he told you the truth what's in these books. You open that Cadillac, oh, you pour his hair, and he said, oh, look at my minutes. Look at that beautiful car he's got. You broke his hair. You better wake up. Okay, so much for that. But you know, it's hard.
He's going ham.
Okay. This piece here goes like this. I hope I can get into it. Died bad, never loved, laughs often, sometimes even without reason, dying in their living, alive in their dying. America emancipates bodies, not souls. An emancipated body cannot perfume the air of freedom. Like a free dome connected with guidelines and self-discipline. Yeah, you free. Free with ignorance. Free with hopelessness. Yes, and some free with AIDS. Are we free really or just loose? These undisputed kings of no soul destroyed so many families like acid rain on raped petunias from a malignant sky. All for these golden sardine cans and 400 plus years of unrequited labor. slave ships called the Amistad, the Liverpool, the Alabama, the Bradford. Yes, the Bradford, whose sadistic, maniacal captain, John Newton, wrote the song Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound. Y'all sing pretty now. You know, most of y'all sing pretty because it was against the law for niggers to congregate. That's why you sing so pretty. Like little birds that learn the words of the songs before they can fly. My head is underwater and I'm breathing fine. You're not a damn fish. Moving in one direction, then quickly darting into a different direction. Indecisive as to who or what you are. And still have songs in our mouths. Fast food for the sharks of this society that still feed on our blood. Sharks wait for the bait in scarlet blood wakes. Suicide jumps from slave ships, hopeless as Palestinians with bomb jackets. Africans killing themselves, but not the innocent then. A death that speaks louder than a life of thumbscrews and the cat with 9 tails. So they jumped. Wardian cases of living gold sailing across the Atlantic. New bulbs to be planted in a new garden. A new world. Christ implants for young placentas guilty of crimes before birth. Precious cargo, burnt hyena scapegoats. Hundreds of men, women, and children, once close, loving families, neatly packed Parataxis property, Pax Americana. Americana, give me your tired, hungry, huddled shiploads, yearning to be enslaved. Enslaved, wretched of the earth. Imprisoned, mother of exiles. Purification for the evils of the new world. Mercedes invested in ovens before cars. Slave masters invested in slaves and slave ships before ovens. New victims of the slave master's appetite for righteousness and riches. Sacrificial offerings made holy and sanctified by the church. And the gold half shekel of the temple. While money changers finance these lucrative voyages across the Atlantic. Pawnbrokers of the stock and the damn market. Somewhere in Revelation, Jesus calls Satan's house a synagogue. But who would call Jesus an anti-Semite? And the pilgrims convinced of the mission's nobility like Himmler. But no one has warned the cotton-haired mothers of the cities as our children scream, give me hamburgers or give me death. And our sons are growing titties because the cows are mad. As we chew the knobs off the doors of Chinese restaurants for some of that old damn leftover rice. And refuse to feed our own, compensating for our feelings of rejection and inferiority with artificial dreadlocks woven on our heads, trying to reclaim lost dignity, purchased as a bag of hair from Susie Woo at a discount, as if you never heard of Madam Walker. New African proverb, never weave or graft the dead with the living. As Hollywood puts us on the silver screen, the predator of society, dreadlocks and all. You think it's somebody from outer space, but they talking over your damn head. They talking about us. Dreadlocks and all, monitoring a heat sensor on his wrist, killing everyone in his path, blinded, looking for a damn rapture. Was machen Sie? Sie sind einen Arnold Schwarzenegger! Is too intelligent for the predator. Arnold covers himself with black stinky mud and tricks the predator to be impaled on a piece of wood. That's why you love that movie. You thought of Jesus being impaled on a piece of wood to free you from all the sins and corruption they told you you were born with. This is the biggest lie that's ever been told to humanity. And then they tell you Jesus is God and put him on a piece of wood, you can kill God. Then they tell you, here, drink this blood, eat this flesh, and you know damn well that's cannibalism. They're talking over your head. Just love it. And it's against the justice and mercy of God to condemn the babies of every mother with the stigma of sin. And for the little baby to sacrifice their innocence for the crimes of those who are guilty and have the nerve to call this salvation. But it's heavy psychology though. Because on one hand you're told you can do any damn thing and don't have to answer for another thing. Jesus, death on the cross, freed me from all my weaknesses. That's why you love it. You get mad at me. Master don't like what you're saying. I don't like what you're saying. But I can verify what I'm saying. Peace.
You can verify what he's saying. That he is not lying, no way, shape, or form. One more time, please give it up for